Hello everyone, delonewolf here and welcome to another live events report. And for this one I'm going to go by the news post reported by CCP Eterne on what happened in Otama yesterday. A fleet of approximately 10 Mordus Legion rocks along with a contingent of roughly 20 capsuleers, those were the F-Corps guys, landed dropships on Otama 4 in the middle of a war zone and extracted a large number of ground combatants apparently belonging to the Osmond Surveillance Mercenary Corporation. The Osmond mercenaries had apparently been defending against Caldari Navy and Provist assaults, aided by Mordus Legion. According to reports, both sides were supplemented by hundreds of independent mercenary forces in rolling battles which took place over several days. Reports indicate that fighting on the planet began several days ago and increased in intensity as more and more mercenary forces were called in by both sides in an attempt to end the stalemate. The battles reached a high pitch around 1200 EST and continued until 1800 EST as both sides made a desperate final push to secure the battlefield. Rumors indicate that some of the mercs fighting on behalf of the Caldari Provincial Directorate purposely allowed themselves to lose key objectives in apparent sabotage in solidarity with Osmond surveillance. By 1800 EST, the Caldari forces had been pushed into a retreat and were unable to halt Mordus Legion from securing the area. 2 hours later, with the ground secure and the majority of the surviving Osmond surveillance soldiers gathered at a landing site, Mordus Legion entered Otama uncontested. Thanks to their good legal standings with the Caldari state, they approached Otama 4 and deployed dropships while protected by a fleet of capsuleers. Within a span of roughly 15 minutes, the dropships had gathered the Mordus Legion and Osmond surveillance personnel and returned to the Ria-class freighter in orbit. They then departed, traveling unmolested to Sujarento, where the fleet docked in a Republic Security Services station. Reports indicate a few known Caldari loyalist capsuleers in the area who observed the action, though apparently either in too few numbers or simply unwilling to stop Mordus Legion. According to sources, the Caldari Navy apparently put out a call for assistance roughly 20 minutes before Mordus Legion arrived in space, indicating complications in battling the previously reported Guristas and Angel cartel incursions. Rumors indicate widespread dissatisfaction amongst the loyalist capsuleers with how the Caldari Navy has handled the continued military action, particularly the lack of communication and persistent rumors that the state is targeting its own citizens. So yeah, there you go. That's indeed basically yesterday's live event in a nutshell. Mordus Legion came to Otama 4 to extract its forces and mercenaries. The capsuleers that were present, mostly F-Corps, sided with Mordus, since those guys aren't really pirates, they're mercs themselves. There was no reason to start shooting them. They even gave up fleet command to the Mordus forces. After that, nothing really eventful happened. Basically, they just extracted everyone from the planet. The Ria jumped away using a Sino, and then, as he said, the Rogue fleet, along with the F-Corps fleet, went to Sujarento, which is a low-sec system where the rocks ended up docking. And that's the system where Snuffbox was, so obviously that last part was to try and get a fight with them. Yep, nothing really happened. The CCP guys docked up and F-Corps retreated, and it's only at that time that Snuffbox decided to undock and try and catch some of the stranglers. So no real PvP action in the EVE Online part. But if you read in between the lines concerning the Dust 514 part, so the ground combat, it's pretty obvious, and it was pretty awesome to see like 100 Dust mercs in local who had basically been doing fights either for the Caldari Provincial Directorate or for the Osmond mercenaries, and yeah, that's completely worked in the story. That's pretty awesome. And I also noticed that several of the locals, both EVE Online players and Dust 514 players, were a bit surprised and quite pleased with seeing Yellow Dev chat which was all role-playing stuff going on. It was a very nice experience for them, I think. So although no real action in this live event, still it was quite a lot of fun, and I'll see you all next time.